Oh, what's going on, people? How y'all feeling? Back for another installment for you. Critical thinking for the minds. Still in the realm of Hollywood movies and cinema, and how Hollywood cinema is involved in programming the psyche. Right? Like I said, oftentimes what is portrayed or supposed to be entertainment is also programming. Okay, so where am I going with this? The title of this is Hollywood's Black Presidents. So notice that whenever there is a, action-packed movie, and usually it's always centered in the future or something, um, if America happens to have a black president, an African American president, two things are always going on. Either the world or the country is under severe attack, or the world is about to end in some catastrophic, cataclysmic, apocalyptic annihilation or catastrophe under the term and administration of a black president. And the other thing is that there's always a white male savior that either has to physically defend and protect the black president, or he is the bravest thing on earth to combat, this onslaught of natural disaster and catastrophe, or the bravest person to outsmart and defeat some terrorist coup that's trying to take over the White House, right? So if you can think back to some of the movies, one movie that just came out last year is called Angel Has Fallen. Dope movie, very good movie, action-packed from the beginning to end. Loved it, great movie, but that repetitive theme was still encoded in there, right? Angel Has Fallen. The president was Morgan Freeman. Now we know Morgan Freeman is a African American male, and what happened was you had this pretty much a coup by the private industries that want to continue and keep war going so that the private sector continues to get more government funding. So they drum up all these different plots and conspiracies to undermine the president, Morgan Freeman, his administration, and almost kill the president. And Jared Butler, who's the star of the movie 300, of course he has to be the one that, he fights off all of he gets labeled a bad guy in a conspiracy, but he ends up fighting through all of that, defends his good name and honor, proves that he's a good guy, defends the president, and then, of course, reveals the true plot to by somebody within the president's administration that betrayed the administration to take over the government so that the private corporations could continue making money. All right, so that was one. The Fifth Element, this one came out back in, I think, the late 90s. This one was, there was about to be some type of destruction. In this one, you had Debo from Friday, Tiny Lister, he was the president. And of course, you had Bruce Willis, who had to meet up with a white woman, and through love, they saved the planet. Not under the auspices, not the president. Is Bruce Willis, who was a cab driver. He was a cab driver. This is forecasted in the future. He was a cab driver that happened to meet up with this Um, you know, the girl he ended up loving was like some weird outer space chick, whatever. And then through their love and Bruce Willis' courage, they end up saving the planet. And once again, this is under a black president, and that president was Tiny Lister, aka Debo, as we know him. Deep Impact is another one. That's with Morgan Freeman again, and this time, a comet is supposed to be coming. That's supposed to annihilate planet Earth, and so they need this astronaut that can like fly up and plant like some nuclear device. Well, fly up and catch the comet, land on the comet, drill a hole inside of it, drop a nuclear device in it, and get away from the comet so it'll blow up before it hits Earth. But that was with Morgan Freeman, black president, and Robert Duvall. Okay, white savior again. 2012. Due to global warming and all types of natural disasters, which nature is kind of imploding on itself, the world is about to come to an end. Of course, the president is black. Danny Glover is the president. Okay. Another good movie, White House Down. This one was starring Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx was the president. And there's this plot, a coup for a foreign government to come. I think it was some Asian country. And they came and they like bombed the White House and was trying to take over America and everything. Jamie Foxx is president, and of course, the whole plot is foiled due to a brave white male by the name of Channing Tatum. We all know him. He's a Hollywood actor, Channing Tatum. What does he do? He comes, he saves the day, he saves Jamie Foxx, and thus, in turn, saves the country. All right? Do you get the theme? Another one. Big Game. The name of the movie is Big Game. And this is Samuel Jackson. All right, so Samuel Jackson is the president. And what happens is Samuel Jackson, they shoot down the plane that he's flying in. And they're trying to kill the president, kill Samuel Jackson. And of course, he's protected and he's protected and saved by this 13-year-old kid that happens to know nature very well and survival type stuff, and ends up saving the day. So those are like 6 movies. I don't know how many other. I haven't seen too many other movies where there's a black president, and it's something good, or as a black president and the black president is protected by a black aide or a black Navy SEAL or Green Beret type person. It's always, whenever there's a black president, there's catastrophe. The United States is about to just be out of control and lose power. It's about to be taken over, and the only thing that can stop that and can remedy the situation and fix it and defend the United States and defend the president is a white male. So, something for you to think about. And with that, I'm out.